Alrighty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the Will-O-Wisp Woods. If you're new here, I apologize that you got lost with the Will-O-Wisps, as that is kind of what they do. But we do have the campfire roaring for you here, so grab a seat, grab a marshmallow. We're going to be telling some stories. So, it is technically, officially, episode 85. We will label next week's episode as episode 85, as it will be our actual episode. But we're going to be doing...
episode 88 or something?
Oh no, we're on episode 85.
If we're doing counting recaps?
If we count recaps, I'm pretty sure we're on episode 88, technically. But recaps don't count. So, we're going to be doing some recaps. We're going to be going over what has happened in the last 84 episodes.
What was it? 2 years? 3 years? 2.5?
Well,
2.5.
considering we try and play as much as possible, at least once a week, but we only get like 3 hours maximum, I'd say we're going pretty well, in all honesty. You all have done a lot in the last 84 episodes. So, welcome. Welcome. We are so happy to have you. Alrighty. First, we'll do the recap, and then we will do some Q&A. And as I go over the recap, my wonderful note takers will probably correct me at least a number of times. So, because I am very forgetful when I have so many campaigns going on, and I have to remember details. But it's fine. This is fine.
We are not fine. Send help.
Wow, third world problem. Just kidding. Help is on the way, dear.
There seem to be quite a few problems, as a number of them have arrived throughout the last 84 episodes. So, my players are obviously here of their own volition. Ignore any cries for help. This is fine. Anywho, we are going to be going over the last 84 episodes. So, as I said, thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for coming along. Grab a marshmallow, find a spot to sit. Now that you're lost, you may as well hang around. So, the journey of Grandiasha. The journey of Grandiasha started with 3 players, funny enough. We had a wonderful Pixie, we had May, and we had Nyla. These 3 started out the story rather abruptly as a blacksmith's smithy had gone up in smoke. And with the 3 attempting to be as helpful as possible, they found their own ways of, conducting the crowd, trying to put the fire out, helping to get the dwarf out. And with their masterful attempts at getting the dwarf out of that situation, they found themselves now face to face with each other as new information had been given to them. Choosing not to ignore the information and seemingly creating a very tedious friendship between knowledge unbeknownst to others, and following around one that wished not to be there. The group found themselves After taking the dwarf to a temple of Shea Traumatis, the group found themselves searching for the dwarf's son, who supposedly may have more information on what the father was working on. But with the dwarven smith saying that he had been whispered to in his dreams and felt his body no longer of his own volition crafting something unknown to him, the group found not the dwarven son, but traces of a fight. And this fight seemed to find itself disappearing into the woods. Following the trail and the clues provided, the three found themselves face to face with a strange creature with a goat's head, a humanoid body, and goat legs with a tail that was barbed with poisonous spines. And after a very tedious fight, the victors found themselves now with more questions than they had when they started. However, also posture check. Fuck. So, following more clues, the group found themselves back at the city itself, and now without Pixie, as she had seemingly left a note and had told of finding different journeys to go on. With May and Nyla left to themselves, the journey for more information and more answers drove them elsewhere. Wanting to leave the city with the questions they had, but no answers found there, they headed north. Heading north, the two came across a strange if I remember correctly, Dwindle came first. Yes, Dwindle did come first. Okay. Heading north, the group found themselves face to face with a rather strange figure who had been chasing a squirrel out of the woods. A rather crazed and half-starved dwarf that found himself now at the edge of the forest of life and back onto the trails of civilization that he had no knowledge of. With the two seeming sorry for the dwarf, they fed him and gave him a little bit of water, and gave him information on where he was and where they were heading. With nowhere else to go and now a debt to be paid, Dwindle joined the group, following along behind Nyla and May as they headed further north towards Crows. After reaching the city's limit of Crows, they found the gates were closed, guards were posted, and there was a line of merchants and travelers attempting to get into the city. Among these travelers was a rather curious and interested fairy upon a rather personal creation. Rovan and Odile found themselves following the group as the group tried to reason their way in, only to find that the easiest way was not through the front gates, but up the wall, and thus creating one of the more iconic scenes from the campaign. After getting some information from the front guard with a little bit of magic, the group found out that some sort of creature or beast was on the loose within Crows, and the city was on lockdown due to the fact that some people had been harmed. So, with no other options, seemingly, what better idea than to help by breaking in? The dwarf, trying to find a way in through the weak walls, found a small weakness in the walls, only to feel the need to fix it, and thus actually hardened the wall of the city in a way that will likely cause that portion of the city to stand tall and proud, no matter what may happen or what war may break out. However, with their problems still at hand, the group had no means of entry. So, with some quick thinking and a grappling hook, Odile proved her first ability of out-of-the-box thinking and quick crafting skills. The group managed to get up on the wall, however, with guards so strongly positioned all along the wall and throughout the city, due to the rather destructive force that seemed to be hiding within, Dwindle took it upon himself to use the owlbear pelt that they had garnered from their travels between cities to cover himself, make loud noises, and run and leap off of the wall. The guards, now more than certain that another beast had found its way into the city, were distracted long enough for Odile, Rovan, May, and Nyla to safely get into the city and attempt to find their lost dwarf. After getting into the city, the group split in multiple different directions, each finding their own little pieces of the city to interact with, and garnering a little bit of information, but with their dwarf still lost, they managed to only find him after finding the blacksmith district, where the dwarf had found an anvil. The group then found bedding, found that perhaps helping would be the best option, and found not only the creatures after taking on the quest, they also found more information, and with this information, more questions. They were then rewarded for rewarded being a loose term. Rewarded with self-fulfillment at first, as with lycanthropy being rather abundant in the city, it seemed. The group managed to stave off the beasts, and Odile managed to find a way to create a dog whistle. Dwindle also managed to hold a lichen in one of the big furnaces in the steel mill that they had found these lichens taking residence in. However, as lichens are, the humanoid form showed themselves after defeat. And with fear of persecution, the group fled further north.
Right now.
Or at least fled from the scene. I'm so glad I have note takers.
We got in a lot of trouble.
Hmm.
Dwindle went straight up to the guards and said, "Hey, I fixed your problem."
Mm-hmm.
And then we got assigned to go take out the person who is responsible for this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Information on the
Dwarf.
Beastmaster was garnered. A figure that seemingly had been leaving a wake of strange creatures, bestial but human.
This is where we met General Tuscanil.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's probably. Is he like? Isn't he like the top 5 most important NPCs we met this entire time? Who I quote is my best buddy in this game.
Becoming a thorn in Tuscanil's side, Dwindle and the group managed to get more information out of this elven man that was seemingly just doing his job. And with that in mind, they were pardoned for the moment. As with those that the group had dispatched being lichens, it's difficult to assert a crime. I feel like Dungeon Meister is just being a smartass. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dungeon Master, but you sound like a smartass. It's because he is being one. That's his job. But nonetheless, our wonderful group, after now having more information on what's happening within Crows, and being allowed the freedom of... I have a god in my head who calls me Stud. Anywho, we now find our group venturing towards the Beastmaster, as information garnered showed that he had been traveling north. So, making their way up north to Crestia, our wonderful, wonderful group had managed to find themselves a rather interesting city full of nobility, new friends, and a rather strange goblin.
This is if I remember, this is where the Maeve Niv shenanigans starts to come into play.
In Crestia, our group finds themselves attempting to track down different leads, follow different notes of the city, and not only found a rather interesting noble family's hidden gem, but the group as a whole managed to meet a few NPCs here. A few interesting NPCs. I really hope I wrote them down. I did not. I did do the pictures for it. No, I didn't. I'm glad somebody has them, because I completely forgot to do them.
I don't have my notes on me right now. This is all memory.
So, as a recap, wonderful note takers, how many NPCs did you all actually meet while in Crestia?
There's the major. We met a lot of them that we're probably never gonna see again in the ice exploration groups.
We met the underground people like Toll and
Mm-hmm.
that shebang. Guile. Love
The
that
guy
dude.
with the guy with the interesting armor that we are pretty sure is just a floating suit or a
Lorm.
skeleton.
Is it Lorm or Lork? There's both. I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm trying to find my notes. There.
I think Lorm. I don't know. We called the armor was A. I know that.
We did. But his shit wasn't good.
I do have those written down, actually.
Mhm. The tiefling, the inn. And then
I don't have any. You guys have fun.
you don't have none.
Oh no, I have them all. You have fun. I'm curious to see what number you guys get.
Oh, so we're counting. Wait. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Let me tally this.
He said how many? I found the number. I'm just interested to see what number you guys have.
Okay. Okay. There's a library person. I don't remember the name. I don't do names. I have the face in my head.
The names.
Got the face in my head. I know the face, but the name. Bard.
I think we met many cards.
Evil dude. That one evil dude.
I can't find him.
I do have a lot of them written down, like, physically in this little book, actually.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. My little small book that has all the very valuable information.
And you don't have any of it.
No, because I cleaned up my entire workspace.
Good job.
Yeah.
Because I have 30. I have 3 notebooks. Plus a binder.
So, would you like a little bit of help?
I'm getting there. Getting there. And there's at least like 5 people in each of the groups, right? No, I met them. And then there's Guile. And then there's that one lady, the dwarven lady. And
Yes,
wait,
very flirtatious dwarf.
oh, do I count her thingy, her automatron thingy, the construct? Does that count as do animals count as?
I'm not listing the tree friends of our wonderful elf friend.
Oh yeah, the general.
Guile was a very
That
extremely
one.
fast gnome butler.
Oh, I love that dude.
Did.
Who did we capture? My headset turned off and I went to look for book.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's 26.
Not bad.
We have Ice Tooth Expedition Team, we have Ice Lake Expedition Team, we have Snowball Expedition Team, which is apparently I've erase their names. As apparently they don't matter.
I know.
Dornoch. Barbarian Dwarf.
Yeah.
Keyword what I put next. Awesome. Great sword,
Okay.
belt, magic item. Car was probably the most notable NPC in that city besides our wonderful noble friends. Who was a wood elf, druid mage, question mark druid mage, who is part of the group that we went with. Icetooth was a white dragonborn. Alexander was a fun human. Belgeth was a mistake of a creation.
Okay.
Very chatty weapon guy. Who, if he had the dwarf's lifespan, could talk forever. Where's my rest of my notes? I got future notes, but where's Tarkov?
Okay. So, you all had met the tiefling at the tiefling's horn.
You all
You all had met the numerous groups within the expedition teams. The group that you all had traveled with consisted of Yorm, the armored man, Lork, the lizard folk, Sarah, the genasi, and Care, the wood elf. Darnock was also part of that group. Icetooth was the ice dragon, or the blue dragonborn white dragonborn that you all had met, and seemingly was kind of like the head of that house, kind of made sure everything stayed running properly, it seemed, as well as a few other small NPCs among his group. However, you all also met, let's see, in Crestia, you all had met or at least learned of the noble families, and you had met the Tarkin family. The Tarkin trying to seemingly bully his way into the group a little bit. A few of the group members had managed to find themselves caught by soiling themselves.
Did we really need to mention that?
Always.
Yes.
It seemed like a pretty important tactic that you attempted to employ.
It could have worked.
Right.
Should have.
Yeah.
May attempted to soil herself and followed through. Oh.
No, she did soil herself. It's just the plan to get away because of it did not make a difference.
She soiled herself and her plan.
Both.
And with
No, it's not.
the group kind of going about throughout Crestia, having to deal with not only hiding from the noble families, but also having to figure more out about the Beastmaster, and seemingly just wandering the city and enjoying, the sights as well as getting more information from the city itself. One had met a rather strange Goliath, as well as a goblin. The goblin seemingly a very quick to annoy, but seemingly tolerant smith within the city that the group kind of leaned on a few times for his
Jeb?
smith.
Was it Jeb? Who I gave the magical beard oil to?
Close. That's not his name. Starts with a J.
Oh my gosh.
It's Jericho.
Jericho.
Jericho. There it is. I did not write that down. I'm gonna write that down. I need to rearrange this entire. Up, down. There it is. It is on a separate page with all the important NPCs on it.
I have a picture of him drawn somewhere.
Stone Stone is the person that our wonderful fairy fears.
Huh?
Stone Stone was the Goliath who was selling spell components.
Oh, I fear him and no stove him.
And then there's Myra. May she burn in hell.
Both of those characters are back in Crow.
Yep.
They're not in Crest
Crow.
yet.
Yep, Mira was the goblin that you all had interacted with when you were in the cells after your attempted helping.
My point still stands. May she burn in hell.
I'm kind of
Demon-
excited. I hope we see her again, kinda. She's just
Demon
drama,
goblin.
and I love it. In like the worst way.
You all liked
Did we
Mira.
ever catch the guy?
You all liked Mira a lot more than I expected you would, but now,
She's a demon.
Yeah.
no, she's a
No.
goblin.
Yay.
She's a fun being to be around.
She is a goblin.
She is a fiend who has connections to the nine hells for some way and somehow.
But
Yeah, she's just a silly little jester. She don't do that.
with more information gathered and more questions to be answered, the group did head into the frozen wastelands with some of the expedition team, or one of the expedition teams, and they not only managed to interact with a rather interesting insectoid creature that nearly ate one of the party members.
Lunch.
This is the one time Will has successfully made Dwindle go unconscious.
Don't tempt me. The group also managed to... Oh boy. Managed to find a ruined kingdom, go into said ruined kingdom, find a cursed crown, meet a rather interesting spirit that was tied to the place, be terrified by the fact that the setting itself was rather wild, found that somebody had taken liberties of using the booby traps within the place to separate the groups. And they all managed to fight with somebody who seemingly was the Beastmaster.
Seemingly.
This figure, matching the same
You have a description?
Though this figure matched the description of what they had been searching for and matched the visions of one of the group. This figure took on a rather disturbing form before finally falling in the fight between himself and the group. However, during this fight, as they were fighting to try and stop him from getting to the synthesized blood gem, after this figure had fallen, a shadow pluming from the smoke coming off of the corpse had taken form and taken the synthesized blood gem. And of course, this was after a rather disturbing library interaction. The group now carrying an egg from said library.
You weren't supposed to mention that. I haven't told anyone about that.
I forgot about the egg.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I remember now.
Don't worry, you all will forget by next week.
Definitely.
No, now it's getting a sticky note.
You forget? You think the note taker here forgets?
What egg?
It's
Totally-
Grindelwald egg.
Dude.
But
No, it's totally not in Dwendal's wagon, covered in the wonderful little mess thing. Totally not.
But after everything had happened, Sarah had fallen. And Care had seemingly lost an arm.
No worry, he's an elf. They grow back.
However, the group, after meeting the spirit that had taken residence within this castle, after falling into a magically enchanted painting, managed to meet Eddie, a red-headed and rather ostentatious spirit. One of a Lionheart lineage that once hosted this kingdom as their family home. But with no physical form and no means of using anything within the castle anymore. Now left in ruin and frozen underneath a wasteland of ice. Eddie managed to lead the group forward, deeper into the kingdom, or into the castle, and to the vault. The group got access. They were allowed to take as much as they needed, and Eddie had even decided to leave the group with a few gifts. However, now the group is followed by Eddie as Odile has a golden claw clasped to her hand. However, as much as the hall is just as wonderful as it is, the good time only lasted so long before shifting was heard underneath the coins. And scales began to move. The group found themselves now running as a dragon slowly began to stir and wake. And during running, they were led by Eddie through shortcuts and means of escape, only to find out that he is terrified of rats.
I'm saving that for a good day.
We could have used that when he was acting like a butthead.
Bit later.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good question. Would he eventually not be afraid of rats? We'll get to it later.
We'll do it later.
So, after escaping and all of the groups attempting to run as fast as possible, they watched as from under the ice and from the spire that spoke or poked out of the ice that allowed the group entrance, from within the castle, a red dragon erupted from the ruins. Now, with a dragon on the loose in the world, and a few of the party's expedition group missing, they made their way back to Crestia. Crestia had seemingly been sieged upon by the dragon, and everything was slowly beginning to be rebuilt. As most of the nobility had run, Tarkin had decided to stay behind. Trying to turn his disheveled family name around. It seems that he had attempted to do good by his name. However, this attempt at peace with the dragon gone and rebuilding attempting to happen, it was not long before another attack on the city found itself. The group managed to help fend off against a number of half-dragon figures, warriors and casters alike. However, after putting many down, chasing them into the woods, a few of the group found themselves face to face with a forest fire that began spreading quickly. One of the group had fallen to the smoke, and with a little help from the actual healer and some bacon grease, they were brought back to life.
I think you're forgetting the most important part, though.
Bacon grease works.
Yes, but how Dwindle got that character out of the forest fire?
Would you like to share that, Odile?
He put me in a bag of holding. Dwindle picked me up, put me in the bag.
It's that night felt your pixie.
You're lucky you could have met the Batman.
I know.
We don't
Mhm.
talk about Bagman.
Don't talk about them.
Or any of the characters that you met with the Bagman.
Yeah. They don't exist.
After surviving the fire and everybody beginning to attempt to go back to rebuilding, Dwindle did have a very interesting interaction with his bag of holding. And thus, the one shot that you can find on the YouTube channel is how that happened and where that went.
Dwindle still does stupid amount of damage for being a suboptimal class. I love it.
So, after his rather dangerous trip
It
with
was a
some
very interesting dream.
with some very interesting figures and a very interesting situation altogether, Dwindle found himself back on the table that he had disappeared from not minutes before.
Damn, a question. Did you just create the multiverse? Or confirm the existence of your multiverse?
No. Why would I answer that? They could be figures from other planes of existence. They could be figures from other worlds. They could be figures from
Exactly.
anything. Then again, it may just be Dwindle's head, so who knows? Who knows?
Oh wait, you do.
You would be right. So, now with some questions answered, a few deeds done, a number of deeds done, the city being rebuilt, and the group now face to face with another massive problem that they have caused and have decided to try and fix.
This is all that equal.
The group begins following the trail the dragon had left behind in an attempt to right the wrong.
To answer the question, we met around 42 NPCs in Crestia.
Mm-hmm.
Missing a couple.
At least I got half. Correction.
Yeah.
I wrote the ones down Dwindle will remember.
That's fair.
Making their way back and turning in their quest for the Beastmaster, the group found themselves rewarded for that. And now, with
A very trivial amount of gold.
more gold, which would have been a lot if they hadn't found the vault, the group continues their searching for answers within the world.
We got magical items again from on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful tortoise.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure this is when you all actually met her.
The peach.
On the way back to Crows,
If I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
met her who?
No, we met her on the road to the ruins.
Yeah, we met. Yeah, okay, you're talking about the
And
Faith. We
the
met
girl in the
her on the
light.
way to the castle.
Yes.
Hmm.
We also forgot about the Sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Sphinx
Big
Spinks.
Spinky boy.
in the winter woods.
I told y'all, I forget details. We are 84 episodes in.
Details, what are those? What are
We're
those?
doing our best.
You all had met the lady more than once.
Mm-hmm.
We met her three
Twice.
times technically.
Three?
Three. Technically. But we only pulled and talked with her twice.
Okay. Neat. So, this is the area of the journey that my brain starts to get foggy because this is when we had the hiatus,
Which one?
the longest one I think that we've had. It was
That was
like
a while.
it was like a month and a half.
Christmas or something, yeah.
It was about 2 months.
Oh, yeah, it was really long.
So my
I
brain
was busy
is
with college finals.
Mm-hmm.
mush when it comes to this part. But the group had managed to find more in crows than they initially expected.
We threw the deck of many things at us.
Managed to get the deck of many things. Yeah. Eddie went evil. Nyla had drawn a card that gave her a deed to some land that she didn't know where it was.
Nyla sold her soul to a bloody demon.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we were fine.
We were not fine. We were a
Bro,
mess.
that was what are you talking about?
That was the strange knoll. Or knoll-like creature, at least.
We need to bury it in the ground.
A strange librarian of sorts. And Odile had also pulled a card that gave her a little helper that followed her around.
What helper?
It didn't last long.
Exactly.
You know, I do wonder if I pulled a card again, if I would get that card.
Gotta find the deck first.
I'm pretty sure if Odd asked Dwindle for the deck, he would give it to her.
Absolutely not.
And with that,
It is in a location that only me and Will knows.
the group learned of the underground where they had met who many of the underground had called the Dark Prince, a strange dark elven bartender, a strange woman that seemed overly curious and rather entertained by the group, the redhead. They had also met. No, they stole books from the Dark Prince.
I
Yeah.
didn't steal nothing.
You were an accessory accidentally, though.
And
You don't find out.
let's see what else. The group managed to find themselves now with a bit more of a direction because of the Dark Prince asking them questions and them asking him a few questions
The Dark Prince is too noisy and dwindle.
Yes. The Dark Prince had attempted to get information from Dwindle about Flamin' Broth. There's a picture in the NPC visuals for the redhead elf.
We didn't meet her then.
Not then, but I'm kind of generalizing in this point because this is the part where
Yeah,
brain
we
mush.
met her later.
Yes.
She gave us the note later.
Yes.
We met the doctor
Yes.
We
in
didn't meet
the underground.
Doctor, no.
Yeah, we did, because he was lavender skin with a tattoo on his wrist and such. He was a drow with black pitch ice. He
Yeah, that
also
was the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bartender.
Yeah.
Why did I write that? But it was still not the right
Yeah,
She
How
came
much?
later with the letter.
I would remember a redhead in the underground.
she
Came
came.
of her own volition.
Yep, she came and drank with you all and spent a little bit of your gold. And
Yeah, on hot chocolate.
yes. Yes. But on top of all of that, you all also
When General Tuscano had a heart-to-heart, it
yeah.
was glorious. Our friendship was fervent.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's okay.
100%.
He's also forgetting about the new friend we made on the way to Crows.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He's fine.
You little
We're just
dandelion
forgetting him again.
companion.
My little man.
He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Your little dandelion. After helping a pixie civilization that had seemingly been shifted, and by helping, they, disappeared.
Banished them back to the Fate Plane.
He didn't just
Oops.
banish them.
It was by accident.
Totally.
Definitely a favor for a favor, but
Totally somebody not having, I don't know, meeting an archfey?
I have no idea what the fuck I'm about. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Odd has no idea what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But with a deal struck, the pixies were sent home.
The blue stuff doesn't taste what you what you might think.
Tasted it in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you did
Don't
that.
taste the blue stuff. Don't taste the blue stuff.
And I guess then the peak of the campaign right now was the glorious reclaiming of Nyla's soul.
Mm-hmm. As you all managed to find yourselves taken captive by a figure that you all had been hunting, unknowingly while being hunted. After some tense moments, some silent treatment, and a final sit down of the group to attempt to figure out what their next plan is, they found themselves knocked unconscious. Magically. Well, quote unquote magically. Not necessarily magically, but they were knocked unconscious with a strange gas. A powder of sorts.
It was so close.
And
We should have kept going with the silent treatment.
being taken by this Rakshasa, the group found themselves within a rather strangely empty home, a manor of sorts. Come to find out, this manor happened to be after defeating this Rakshasa and claiming Nyla's soul back, at least for now. The manor happened to be the same that Nyla had pulled the card for, claiming this manor once again. Now, as people began doing their own little things in the manor and splitting off in their own directions once again to discover more of it and do their own personal things, May had a heart-to-heart with a strange elven woman that was taking residence on the beach just down the hill. A small sit-down chat with some tea and a simple ear to listen to and some wise words. May goes back to the group with a little bit more to think about. And a small weight lifted from her shoulders. But the group also finds that within this manor, there is a rather interesting door. This magic door, with some restrictions of course, seemingly takes the group anywhere that they've been, as long as there is a doorway that they can interact with, that they know of. This allows travel freely, as they seem to start using it for a number of things. And before long, Dwindle uses it to make a rather personal trip. It doesn't take long for this trip to turn sour, as Dwindle is carted off to the king with a few of the party in tow. One being left behind to watch the house, as Odile wishes to listen to what Dwindle had asked of them. And with Nyla following Dwindle, learning of possible execution until Dwindle pleads his case. And now, after the king of Flemenbroth itself has not only at least pardoned his actions for now, has left his position in his family up to his grandfather, the head of the household at this particular moment. The Snow Rage name controlled solely by this old dwarf, who seems very unhappy.
He's never happy.
Odile, however, has to deal with a rather lively dwarf, who seemingly is very hostile until Dwindle's name is brought up. And without warning, a few questions asked of, is Dwindle back in Flemenbroth? Dwindle's alive? Dwindle's here? This dwarf seemingly bolts off, followed close behind by Rovan and Odile. She watches as this dwarf leaps back through the magic door that he had come from. And without wanting to stomp on anyone's feet, Odile waits. with May and Nyla in tow now. And Dwindle now in charge of them, and anything that they do being reflected back onto him. They begin traveling Flammenbroth, interacting with it, and seeing what all there is to see. It doesn't take long for the dwarf to find Dwindle, however. Dwindle meets with a dwarf that he had grown up with and fought alongside. And May and Nyla meet a new dwarf that seemingly greets Dwindle with fisticuffs. Now, Flammenbroth is visited by this group for a few days after Dwindle comes back and explains to everyone what the door that he had chosen to create actually leads to. With Odile and May and Nyla now brought fully into Flammenbroth and allowed to travel within Flammenbroth as long as they are alongside Dwindle, they begin finding that this place is a lot more interesting than they had originally thought upon first interaction with the rather insane dwarf on Odile's end and the possible execution of their party member on May and Nyla's end. A few days have passed. The group begins their shopping, or continues their shopping and looking around. And it does not seem to take long before chaos follows once again. Everyone feels the rumbling of the mountain, and Flammenbroth is under attack for the first time in centuries. However, the group, quick to act, heads to the main entrance where most of the commotion is, and finds themselves face to face with three abominations made of dragon parts that seemingly are thrown together, and a shadow, much like Skia.
Round 2.
With a gem thrust into his chest, this shadow seemingly controls these abominations as they attack Flammenbroth and the group. The group is able to dispatch these three abominations with some help from the, not much, but a little bit of help from the guards of Flammenbroth. And the shadow seems to indirectly attack Nyla. And anyone who touches her seems to be indirectly attacked as well. Visions are shown to Nyla and those that are within. And this horrid vision, this memory, is only amplified as Odile learns what the shadow is doing, only to accidentally assist in this traumatic moment.
Okay.
However, with some back and forth, with some teamwork, and with careful and dangerous choices, the group manages to defeat the abominations and the shadow, or at least run the shadow off, but not before the shadow admits that somewhere within the city, somehow, or possibly outside the city, the Shadow has gotten something that he wanted. Now, with a curse afflicting Dwindle and traumas afflicting Nyla that seemed to cause her quite a bit of issue at the moment, we now find ourselves at the present of the journey of Grandiasha, 84 episodes in, as our wonderful adventurers have many choices to make. So, I'm going to start off with a rather important question that I think is very important, at least. You all are 84 episodes in. You all have had many experiences. You all have experienced and interacted with many NPCs. You all have interacted with and experienced many dangers within this journey. What are some of your favorites so far?
Who wants to
start.
start?
Guess I remembered one that we missed, something that we missed during the trip back. Dwindle and Nyla went fishing.
Yes.
Not normal fishing. We got eaten by a giant something.
A giant catfish.
And in Dwindle fashion, got his way out. He did like, I don't know, 80 damage in 2 turns. It was something stupid.
Let's not forget what happened to both of you on the way back to the campsite.
Squirrels and bears?
No, it was Nyla was getting chased by Moose.
And then the ball of
Dude,
squirrels.
The ball of squirrels was after Dwindle.
I killed Free, like 6 replace itself.
And then I made it worse by setting them alight, and they were very confused. That was funny.
My goodness. That was a good one. That was a really good one.
Now I am safe from the squirrels.
Mm.
For now.
You are right, I am vulnerable now until I long rest again. Demons they are.
I'd say right now, at the top of my head, my favorite, I think it's the chase scene with May and Nyla with the blue armadillo bear. I feel like that was really well done and well fought, and it was really cool. That whole, even with the arena, everything, I really liked
Chicken
it.
jockey was hilarious. I don't even know if
Yeah.
that was a chicken jockey, but still.
Chicken jockey. Shoot.
That's definitely still up there in the favorites for me too, that sequence.
Yes.
I think I have a more recent favorite though. I'm not sure if it quite beats out that is still very top of list. But I really loved the RP that Nyla got to do with May and with Dwindle in Flame and Breath recently. The May and Nyla just sitting next to the river and finally talking a little bit. And then May and Dwindle before they thought that he was going to get executed. Those were both really, really fun.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, Dungeon Meister, Armadillo Bear. It was a homebrew that I had created based loosely off of Monster Hunter Rise's um, Armadillo Bear. That's what I call it, at least. It's a blue-furred creature with plating for skin, and it has the body of a bear, but the appendages of a almost like a mole or a shrew or something like that. Something that digs.
Azuros?
Hmm?
Azurus?
Something like that.
Azuros.
Something like that. It was similar.
It's not gross. It's not Ghostkarog.
But it was a rather interesting creature that I was very happy with creating. It was a massive creature too.
We didn't actually fight
Did
it.
it?
Ran away from it.
Yeah, no, it's just a chase scene, and it was so cool. Honestly, you should probably go check it out. I don't know what episode it was,
I think it's
but
like
it was really well done.
Dungeon
It was
Master,
so
we don't need to
cool.
put these ideas of owlbears in his mind.
They have new ones.
Not strong enough yet.
But
No.
that one was fun.
The true final boss is just a gigantic owlbear monster.
Session 22 is where it starts.
Oh, it's been that long.
I know. So session 22 and 23, I think, are that sequence.
And remember, everybody, you
see.
can watch all of these from episode 16 up, because I was dumb and did not realize that Twitch would not keep all of the VODs. They do now. They have made it where you save all of the videos and VODs for a certain, like, it's kind of like storage space, basically. So all of the stuff is still there, but
What episode was it for when we did the Dwindle jumped off the wall?
yes.
That was
19.
No,
I'm hoping it's within the same
no,
one.
because episode 15 was the
19.
and it was. Give me a moment, please. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know. It
It
has to be really early though.
Oh yeah, it was like episode 7 or 8.
What was?
No, it's lost to time.
Yeah, it is. It's 100% lost.
No.
Yep.
I want
Yeah.
that as an art piece of Dwindle, like shooting off with
I was
like
gonna
the.
watch that again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was episode 8.
Oh, him jumping off the wall?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just the whole
that's-
interactions was just hilarious. Not to mention original Dwindle voice, which is very important for me to remember.
That's fine though, because it just gives people more reason to watch the streams.
Mhm.
Just saying.
And that was episode 6 is where he jumped off the wall.
8. I didn't show up until episode 6. Yeah, I didn't show up until episode 6.
I am going to shamelessly plug, because all of my players deserve to be watched, all of their shenanigans deserve to be seen, and my stress deserves to be recognized.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, no, I have sessions, or session 5/6, because session 0 was episode 1, as being the one where we entered Crestia.
What about you, Tiny?
What about me?
What's your favorite?
I have too many favorites.
We gotta share. It's share and tell time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the recap kind of took an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Only took an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Only an hour and a half.
only
To be honest, it's a
for
long
84
time to
episodes.
recap.
Only.
Only.
I have too
Mm.
many. Like, I just love them all, and I just replay them all the time in my head. Just,
What's one you're thinking of? Just pops into your head. Give us one.
the fear. The fear spell.
Ooh,
The
that
fear
was
spell.
the fear
Yeah.
spell. That was good.
What the
When everybody was
good
put
one.
under fear and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You said the one that pops in my head. There you go. that one popped
That was-
right into my
I
head.
honestly thought you were going to say the heat metal one.
Okay, honestly,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did love casting heat metal on Dwindle, and I would do it again. I'm prepared to do it again.
And
Yep.
this time, Dwindle's prepared to give you a big old dwarf hug.
Now, you think she would mind getting burned? Have you seen the burns on her body? Actually,
No.
there is a bigger one I like
It's
more.
spiky, though.
If we're looking at like things like that, it's probably when they're fighting the Rakshasa, but they're also fighting who they didn't know was Eddie.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
all I can think of is the fact that I went around the shield that was protecting me. This tiny little fairy puts her hand up, and then this to her, giant-sized ghost being just starts screaming in pain and everything. Like, I'm sorry, but this visual of that is just perfect. Sorry. I love it.
Love it.
Like I said, I have too many in my head. So.
No, that was powerful,
probably.
dude. I really thought we lost Eddie for a second.
I know.
Yeah.
I 100% thought we did too, and so I was already playing on as if we. I was like, nope, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was.
Oh, that was so scary.
She was not having it.
Mm-mm.
So many good moments. Dwindle securing the deck finally is a triumph against everyone. To the pity of all. Now the journey to seal the deck is a different question, though.
I want to play with it one more time.
Yeah.
Just one more time.
Remember, you still owe Nyla a draw.
It's true. You did promise.
We gotta survive first, and we also gotta get back, and we also gotta hope that old Dwindle's possessions has not been carried away.
You're the one that's been
Hopefully not.
standing in Flame Broth for so long.
Well, I have family here.
Yeah, I'm not, and I want to.
And who's been taking care of Spit this entire time? Who's been
I
taking
paid a
care of
lot
the
of
other
gold.
rams?
I paid a lot of gold. They should be fine.
Should be the opportune word.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, after what Nyla saw, was she gonna go back to her homeland in the teleportation door? After all,
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd like to see that happen.
So here's the problem, though.
To
Where is this permanent door going to be? Here's the biggest question tonight. Once all of this is done, once we return, we have to continue our journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is this permanent door with this gate gonna be open? Because we gotta get the cart back.
Mm-hmm.
I put way too much gold into that cart.
Well, here's the other thing. You can't even really bring the cart through the portal because even if you get it through the portal, you can't get it through the stairs.
Exactly. So
And
it's going to
find a
be.
barn door.
I don't think it'll fit for the barn door. It fits for the city gate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dwindle's a smith. Maybe,
There's the problem. The
we can
gates.
break some
We
stones.
can make a perfectly good sized door, whatever. The portal on the other side is not big enough.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how that reacts.
I'm just going off
Well,
of Dwindle logic here.
Here's another
I
one.
don't know. That's a good
Here's another one.
question. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're on an ad break at the moment, so I suppose maybe I shouldn't ask.
Not great.
We're on
Oh boy.
we're on an ad break for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how much time has passed. It's kind of crazy, actually.
How much time has passed in the campaign, or just tonight?
Yeah, that just
Actually, I did want to ask that.
started.
Has it been 2 months? It feels
Yeah,
like too much. All this has happened in 2 months' time.
Yeah, I want to say it's like about 2 months, right? 2-3 months in game.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple of sets of several days or weeks traveling, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it's still.
Still a week. There's 4 weeks in a month.
Is there?
Yeah.
I think at most, maybe at most, it's 4 months.
It's a
It definitely hasn't
lot
been.
of time.
It definitely hasn't been like 6 months or anything like that.
No.
That's still a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, aren't we just barely getting the spring here? Or...
Also, are just north. North, that's the wastelands, and I don't think it changes. It's kind of like
Or are we
Antarctica,
actually
I think.
officially about to hit winter?
But I think it depends on where our location is.
Yeah, where we're at with Nyla's land,
It's hot.
it's like
It's summer.
it's hot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like sandy almost. Like it's like on the verge, I think he said, right?
It's absolutely horrible.
Well, with
Yeah.
crows, when we were leaving there, it was like on the cooler, wetter side. So like probably like a fall type deal, or like a really rainy spring, cold spring.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You all are into early spring.
there we go.
You all
Write
spent
that down.
You all spent most of the winter months of Grandiasha in the wastelands and Crestia and Crows. So
So we ventured forth into one of the most inhospitable terrains at the worst possible
Yeah,
time.
we're really smart, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
really?
I just roll the dice and tell y'all what to roll. I'm just saying. But nonetheless.
Apocalypse is open.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
So, as I had said before, you all had experienced so much, interacted with so much, and traveled so much. Favorite NPCs?
Who's going first for this one?
I got it, because a certain somebody, it's kind of hard not to.
Dungeon Meister hasn't
My
even met Mira and he
king!
loves him.
Ah, my
Loves her.
king!
The
Oh yeah.
Definitely my favorite.
That's awesome.
Well, you all I heard was my king, and then Discord did the freezy thing. So, do you have a reason behind him being your favorite, or?
I don't know. He's just awesome. Aspiring.
Why is he your favorite? 'Cause.
I have to share this one moment before it drops out of my head. But after we slayed the wolves, I had a pelt and I dropped it off at the tailor's to and I just dropped it off and the dude was mortified because I did not clean it off. I did not none of that, and he was just mortified. And I think his reaction was my favorite. It was really funny to me.
Dungeon Meister hasn't even met Mira, and he already loves the character. That's funny.
No. No.
Oh yeah,
That's
Let
very
that demon
valid.
burn.
she is cool.
Character-wise, as a player, as not a player, as a DM and everything else, I love her. Oh my gosh, she's so cool. Player,
Mhm.
I hate that NPC with a. If she ever shows up, you know you're in trouble. You can be completely innocent. It doesn't matter. She is an anxiety attack just waiting to happen.
Mhm.
I will say Grandiasha as a total, I do have one favorite.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like, as all the campaigns, all of them, Cinder. Lady Cinder.
Cinder.
Mm.
Wait, who's Cinder?
I pray that we never meet her.
Can't just bring that up and not.
In this campaign, yes, I would love to meet her. In this campaign, no.
Is she bad?
I don't know now.
Hmm. Concerning.
I better have access to the old campaign, I hope. Or did Will remove it by accident?
Did you mean Lady Carnet?
Yes.
Mm,
Where did the page go, Will? Did you delete the server?
No.
I cannot find it.
It's Grandiasha's Great Guide.
I'm talking about the old one.
The one where you originally interacted with them?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did, yeah.
So much information there.
I think my favorite is A, the suit of armor. I really liked him. I thought he was really cool. Hmm.
So Lady Carnet is awesome.
Or the fox.
Like, oh my gosh, awesome.
What has she done? I'm curious now.
Uh,
Keep exploring. With y'all's luck, you just might meet her.
I don't know if I'm excited or scared.
Both.
Because I will
Okay.
fight them, and I will die.
Mm-hmm.
Nonetheless, though, what is everybody's favorite of this campaign, James?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have two. I have one because I created it and I love to see it come to life. Another one that you created. I really love the shadow characters. Um, the fact that there's two of them makes it even more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing the whole thing just come to life. You know, that seed of an idea that I gave you, and how you have fleshed it out, and how I still don't know, probably 90% of what's going on with them, but it's all very exciting. Uh,
I have no idea what's going on. I like it.
Erica
exactly.
Swain.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm just like, I love creating the premise and having other people decide like how it works. Part of why I love creating characters so much is like I got my backstory, but I got all these NPCs that you get to just do what you want with.
Mm-hmm.
And like having an air of mystery that you get to decide how to solve, not me. um, the other one is I still really enjoy Tarkin, partly because Nyla hates him so much. Because Nyla's not really someone who hates very many characters, but she really hates Tarkin. So it's kind of fun to have like that kind of thing.
That's a good way
I
of
don't know, I
doing
kind
it.
of like Parkin.
You have some really
I feel
good
like-
NPCs, Will.
It's true, you really do.
I just wish I remembered to put them down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Look at them down. Look at them down.
Oh, um, the fox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was his name?
Hood. We named him Hood.
Yeah, we called him Hood. I hope we run into him again. He's very cute.
That would be fun.
I
He
still
seems like
have
he
to
was getting into
say,
trouble.
I want to beat him.
Oh, wait. Protect him. He's just a little guy.
Throw him in chains and lock him up and make him be better.
No, 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 no.
And it's gotta be the king.
Coming back.
Seriously, it has to be the king. My wonderful king. I've wanted to meet him for several campaigns now,
Mhm.
and he is everything I wanted him to be and more.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
How
Please
is
don't
that,
kill him.
James?
One, the wisdom that he has. Two, the kindness, the generosity, yet also, but still, he has to be stern and everything.
Mm.
Three, out of every single NPC you've done, he feels probably like he feels actually regal. Like you've done a good job of everyone's, but this one, he felt an awe during the ordeal, and it's like, oh.
Was it because
But
of his
if I have to,
speech?
that too.
I had that written out, funny enough. That was a script that I had written out for like I genuinely mean this. I've had this written out since March.
If I have to say anybody besides my wonderful king. Well, I've completely forgotten the tiefling's name.
The one that was in Crescia?
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Oh, yeah, right, Lord.
His
Yes,
parents had high expectations.
And by all reality, we will make him a lord.
Oh.
Lord, or I really like Lord Tuscanil. General Tuscanil. Why do you like him so much?
I get him drunk.
I don't know why. It's just fun. I mean, there's so many good ones. Dwindle's mother was played exceptionally well.
Well, I played her based loosely off of what you had given me because it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to go off of for a personality. That, and I took what
can't
she
wait.
looks like in the picture and kind of went, what kind of personality does that person have?
I can't wait to meet my uncle, or one of my uncles. You know which one.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna die. No, we also haven't met Dwindle's father. Any of his kids. We only met 2 of his kids.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we have. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys haven't. There's only 7 of them. Don't worry about it.
We want to meet Sasha.
Yes,
Well, you
the
have to go down to
12-year-old
the
that's
drinking
an alcoholic.
Show us the alcoholic child.
I want to have a drink with her.
Well, you guys had to leave the family stronghold and go back home now, didn't you?
Did we go back yet? No, we didn't go back yet. We're still.
You guys
Yeah,
I
stayed
was
the
still
night.
freaking
time.
out.
You guys went back to the
Mhm.
place the entire time. Drundle stayed home.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Torvin,
we
my
him at
wonderful
least
child, kicked me in the face.
Which one?
Torvin's the eldest.
How old is oldest?
18.
18?
Yep.
Oh, it's a baby.
Man,
It is a baby in dwarf years.
he is just a baby. He's just barely about to go to smithing school. I'm so proud.
What a proud
Barwart
one, yeah.
is wonderfully happy. He's gained a few extra pounds, and Dwindle's not too happy about that.
Oh.
Does
I'm gonna whip him into
does our
shape.
wonderful Clementine have a favorite NPC?
Yeah, but you guys already know who it is.
Okay.
No, say no to
Pretend like we're oblivious.
So we know who it is. Who's
Mhm.
Go
second?
ahead.
Who's
Wait.
second?
Let me make sure you actually know who it is. Go ahead and answer.
Eddie.
No, you. Yeah, it's Eddie.
Jericho.
Mira.
You're both wrong. There we go! Nyla's got it right. It's Mira.
No.
Because she's a ball of chaos.
No.
And I love chaos.
Demon child.
Yes, I am.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, Eddie's not my first favorite. Thank you very much. It might be Odd's favorite, but not mine.
We were wrong then.
Who's number 2 then?
Eddie.
I think Eddie's
Eddie's number
I think
2.
Eddie's a strong second for everybody.
Yeah. Followed by Garmador.
Door. We're gonna have to start taking like babysitting shifts. We're gonna rotate them through every session, and we're gonna keep them with us.
It's fine. I just throw him in the armor, and it's fine.
Yeah, roll for initiative. Who gets them first?
I mean, think about this. I had to have some air freshener somehow.
Oh my god. I will admit,
Put him in a knight's helmet.
Selenok and our new big bodyguard that's sitting back at Nyla's house are also in my top 5s.
Him. I love the big guy.
I know.
Oh,
he's
I want
so
him to be my
cute.
best friend. I love him.
Yes, make him your best friend. Oh my god, yes. Do it.
No worry, guys. We're gonna hire him, and he's gonna
I
be
thought you already
part of the
did.
carriage.
Yeah, we're gonna pay him well. He's never gonna have to worry. His mom's never gonna have to worry about anything ever
Mm-mm.
again.
His mama gonna be real taken
We're
care
going
of.
to fight a
His mama's gonna
dragon.
be
His
proud,
mother has everything to be worried about.
but she'll be taken care of.
Dude,
We'll leave her in the will.
If anything is to happen to me, give my life to my mother.
Here's a fun one that I think that you all will have to think about. What was a plan that you all had for one of your shenanigans? Now, keep in mind, one of these plans that you made originally did not go well. Which one went so spectacularly that you are either happier that it didn't go the way that you wanted, or it's just the most memorable way that your plan has gone completely off the rails?
I got 2 immediately. This is also me we're talking about. I like planning for everything. But I'm not going first. Someone else has to go first this time.
I don't want to talk about it.
Too bad. You're gonna talk about it. You just admitted that you know what it is. Talk.
About it.
Speak. Hearken.
I thought it would work, and it didn't. So, for those that haven't been here too long, my character was, we decided to split up. We were investigating a pet shop, and me and Nyla split up because there was 2 doors. One door led to the basement, which Nyla ended up taking, and the other door I ended up taking, and it led to a hallway. I went around searching through each hallway. First one was a bathroom. This one, sorry, I have to explain the thought process behind this. The one in the front of me was like an exit, and the one on the other side was an office, and Tarkin was speaking with the owner of the pet shop. And there was guards in there, and I had to pretend like I thought it would be a great idea. I'd be like, oh, sorry, they directed me to a bathroom. This is obviously not the bathroom. And attempted to talk my way out of it, and I was like, just let me use the bathroom. I'm not doing nothing. And they didn't believe me, so I thought in a desperate attempt to finally escape that soiling myself was a great idea. And it didn't work. I still got captured and almost fed to a very, very not blind kitty cat.
All while wearing wet, soiled pants.
All the while.
It's just lemon
Mhm.
flavor. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Let's be honest, that cat probably didn't want to eat you because you smelled too bad at that moment.
I wouldn't want to either. Anyways, it was spectacularly awful. There you go, Dwindle. There you go, James.
There you go, buddy.
I'm sure everyone here, other than just May and Dwindle, have had plans that they originally thought were going to go one way, but because of bad rolls or just the the enemy or the situation seemingly turning around somehow, that plan ended up either going out the window or just off the rails. So
I'm trying to remember more dramatic ones, but all I can think of right now is my thought process when I was unconscious and then got brought back in giving May my hit points was that she'd keep watch until I got some rest, and then she decided to go to sleep too, and that's how we ended up in the arena.
I'm gonna take a quick nap. Oh, this isn't where I went to sleep. What's
I
going
didn't
on?
mean to. I'm sorry. It was rough. I was stressed. Ah.
that was great.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
very funny.
Uh,
So I just realized something. People heard Dwindle working out inside the shop. They went into the room, and all of them were disappeared. There might be an open search for the party. I never thought of that.
it's okay. We haven't come across him yet. Not our problem.
Yeah, we're in a complete different city. Hundreds of miles away.
Which city is it that we're wanted in? Let's just not go back there. It's fine.
We're not
Sure.
wanted in anything.
wanted.
They're searching for us.
We're still
Just
safe so far. So far.
They have no idea that we're safe.
Oh yeah, because we're gone. We just disappeared.
Yeah,
Nice.
General Tuscanil.
bad.
We gave him the full details of there might be something might just happen, and something happened, and we've been gone officially for a few days now.
And
So
the
the
carts
city
just left
might be
unattended.
in high alert right now still,
Mhm.
because something managed to take an entire party that was able to take down one, means that lycanthropes, two, the person that was apparently eating the creating lycanthropes. And they're just barely still recovering from their dragon attack. It's like, oh great, now a useful group of people, who, as crazy as they are, just got kidnapped or worse.
They see did they see them taking us out? Did anybody
We
witness
don't
that?
know.
Hmm. And if they did, what happened to them? Because oh no. Please don't let nothing happen to Lord, poor dude.
Well, for plans, I guess it has to be for Dwindle a recent one. But I will leave that for people to watch still. But it has to be the one that they can't see anymore. Of the pelt and climbing across and falling down into the city. I had fully expected to for a group of the guards to chase after him. Fully. No one showed up. I was ready for combat. I was ready for some information.
Speak nothing.
Nothing.
Well, you have to remember that there are only so many places that they could put ladders without them being accessible to the general public. And they can't just leap off the wall.
Humans.
You got lucky with your
Dwarves.
rolls. I remember making you roll for where you landed. You could have landed starfished on the stone walkways.
I was raging. I would have been fine. Ish.
Maybe.
Ish. I hate keyword. Ish. As in fish.
But nonetheless. So far, in this wonderful campaign, there have been many shenanigans, there have been many NPCs, there have been many experiences, there have been many plans, and there have been many interactions, and there has been so much roleplay between the characters, and we are 84 episodes in. I'm glad that this is going as well as it is, and you all are progressing very well. You all are doing wonderful as players, and I am very happy to have you all as players. So, thank everybody here. Thank you to the viewers, thank you to my wonderful players, and thank you to all of those here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods for coming along on the journey of Grandiasha. Hopefully next week we will be able to do episode 85 as our wonderful players have to figure out what to do next with the rather interesting situation before them. But today's Q&A and recap went very well, and I think we got a few important questions asked and answered. I think the only thing I can ask left is, what do you all hope to see in the future of this journey?
I'd say just through every stream, I'd say just more growth through our characters. I absolutely adore. But I think overall, like something that I really want us as a party to be able to do is find Eddie's lineage. I really want to do that. Like, and have I want to meet the gold dragon and stuff and all of that. I think that would be really cool.
We need to go south for that, if I remember correctly.
But yeah, just overall though, continuing to grow and to have more of these fun moments.
Just one word. More.
Good word.
Sorry, there was cat chaos, so I disappeared for a sec there.
You?
Yes.
How about Odile and
Experience
Dwindle?
every part of Grandiasha.
more progression as in the other players, where you guys originally were so quiet and so hesitant on joining in on the conversation. You guys have come along so far well, and it has allowed me to play Dwindle as he originally was created as a side character, as not really the main talker and everything. So the more and more you guys talk, the more and more I can dwell in, as it is, dwell in the background
Except for
and
right
speak
now.
up. Speak. Exactly. Everyone's got their moment. This is Dwindle's moment.
This is Dwindle's main character moment. Let him have it.
I love it. I'm living for every minute of it.
Yes.
So this, the continuation, you guys getting more and more comfortable with your characters and trying out crazier and crazier things. It's overwhelming sometimes, but it's fun.
Yeah, but it puts us in the best situations. Come on.
Mm.
You know, almost
Things you would have
dying.
never even thought of.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, Will? What was something that I completely forgot the moment? But I forget who did it, but one of our wonderful players did something that you and me as a DM never could have thought of or predicted.
May did that twice. She did that twice.
What's the second
I did
time?
I'm
I
trying
did
to
that at least
remember.
once.
Trying to remember. I remember it happened twice because you got
I know it
inspiration
happened
dice for
twice. I
both
just don't
times.
remember.
And it just left you and me flabbergasted. Actually flabbergasted. That doesn't happen often for me, so that was a treat.
I have no idea.
What was that?
I'm sure everybody will remember it after stream ends.
There's the
Mhm.
mole one, but at the same time, that was just good.
Odile, what would you like to see more of from Grandiasha?
Mhm.
I'm gonna put that one to the side. Trauma. We'll go with that one.
No! I already have enough of it! No!
I will remember to bring out Mira more often then.
Yes.
No!
Yeah, that's what dungeon.
Trauma. Despair. After
So
that
begins the
comes
war with
really good
Ferns
stuff.
and Flaming
So-
Broth, caused by the death of Dwindle by Mira's hands.
I have a question for Will too that I kind of want to make the regular of just what were some of your favorite moments for each of the characters? Favorites or proud or whatever.
Proud DM moments.
Exactly.
Proud DM moments.
Not easy when it's yours turn to do it.
That's the DM's job is to sit back and talk. And let the players do all the talking and thinking.
I don't have any favorite moments because of the fact that every session that we play, every time you all roleplay and interact with the world and interact with each other, and when we first started, I did have like massive favorite moments, but now every session we play, I am more than ecstatic just to be able to play. And every session is a new favorite just because of the fact that you all, as James said, you're getting more comfortable with your characters. You're getting more outspoken. You are playing your characters more. You are role-playing more. You're interacting with NPCs. You're interacting with each other. You're trying new things. You're trying new ideas. You're asking new questions. You're chasing after new plans, and you're rolling new mistakes, but you're making even better situations to coincide with that. And honestly, overall, my favorite moment was, at this point, the creation of your characters. You all sitting down and making these characters. Because every session, y'all give me something else to be proud of. Except James, because James forgets his own character's voice.
I chose too hard of a voice, and then I tried to recreate it, and then I gave up in the end. I'm sorry, people.
I'm just messing with you.
Mm.
Dwindle's
At least
voice
I got
is
Lars.
whatever you make it.
Lars is great. Lars is amazing.
But nonetheless, genuinely speaking, at this point, just your characters playing is my favorite moment. So.
Mm.
I have a question.
I have an answer. Let's see if they match.
There's obviously a decent, not like a whole lot, but a decent amount of artwork for this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
What's everybody's favorite piece? Whether it's PC or NPC.
Mine is legitimately the one that you drew for me for my birthday, because it's the first time anyone has drawn a character of mine, I think, ever.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. As soon as I saw Dwindle art, I'm like, oh, my heart melted, and I was so happy.
I actually like all of the art that's been provided for this campaign so far.
I think Odell's art, what you commissioned, is probably one of the favorites. It's so awesome and
it's
nice.
so cool.
I
I
really like
think.
It's very nice. All of it's very nice. You all have done great work on the art.
I think one of my favorites is the one that Kiv drew of the three girls. And it's clearly May and Nyla are drinking and they're just being on Odile. I feel like that one's my favorite, honestly. Because I'm like, yeah, that captures their relationship.
Yes. Or the one Nyla drew with May and Nyla sitting together, all beaten up and bruised and bloody, and they're just sharing a bottle of booze and talking, and I love that one.
I do too.
So great.
Mini dwarf. Mini.
Yes, the mini Minotaur Dwindle. That was drawn. That was perfect.
Looking through all of the character art that has been posted in the Will-O-Wisp Woods Discord, by the way, another shameless plug, go join the Discord. My favorite, actually, now that I think about it, is Kiv's Oron art of the turtle. Remember, traveling is about making memories, but making memories can't be done alone.
Yeah, that was so sweet.
Oh my god. Oh, and you remember Rose, the cat? Oh, I remember. So pretty.
I like all of the art.
Man.
All of it, everybody that has ever made art for this group has done amazing work.
Yes.
It feels so special, every single piece. It doesn't matter if it's done by a professional or done by a beginner. It's just like, this is awesome. This is someone put effort into this, and it it may not be accurate, correct to the character's mindset, but it's correct to the artist's choice.
It's amazing.
I will say
How
the
far
art
we
of
have
me
come.
with horns with Wispy is very nice.
Yes, I remember that.
But
Aw.
nonetheless, it is after 10 o'clock and I know Nyla has to go to bed. So I will keep in mind what you all have asked for seeing more of in Grandiasha And I hope that all of our wonderful, wonderful viewers, as I said before, will continue to support us as this wonderful journey is something I do so that these players who are experiencing D&D for their first real time, and for the first time with me as the DM, and me having the first genuine experience of streaming a D&D game with such amazing players. Thank you all for allowing us to do that. I hope that in the future you will get lost with the Will-O-Wisps again, and I apologize for saying that, but no matter what, we will always keep the campfire roaring so that you have somewhere to sit and listen to their stories as our players journey across the lands, meeting new NPCs, rolling dice, and making more bad decisions in the journey of Grandiasha. Thank you all for coming out, and we hope to see you next time here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods. Good night, everybody.